What's up, everyone? Joseph WX back and ready to go at this weather stuff again. And today we have some interesting stuff happening so far within the severe weather world. So let's get ahead and get into it, shall we? So the first things first is the day two outlook. So as you can see right here, we do have a slight risk over in the north portion of the United States, over in the Midwest. So as you can see, North Dakota, South Dakota, uh Missouri, all those northern states, they have a bit of a slight risk with a marginal risk as well. We are also looking at North Carolina, South Carolina, and also portions of West Virginia to get a marginal risk of severe weather. And then down south, we do have Texas and Louisiana, and a little bit parts of Oklahoma and parts of, I think Arkansas, I believe. I believe. Hold on. Checking my map real quick. Yes, this is gonna be all unedited and all that, but checking real quick. Yes, Arkansas. So a little bit of portions of Arkansas is going to be under that marginal risk of severe weather. That means it is going to be probably isolated storms, but as always, remember, it is not always a percentage of chance. It is always a general wide of the area whenever you look at the Weather App. That is the misconception of the weather world today. But let's go ahead and enter day. Actually, hold on. I need to understand what risk we're going to see here for day two. So let's go ahead and do this. Yes, you're going to see me search up stuff. Day two, tornado risk. Over in the north, we do have a 2% chance of tornadic activities. It is not high per se, but it is still there to look out for. So you might not see any sort of tornado watches as of yet, unless the conditions are there highly. But let's go ahead and look at wind risk. So 15% over in the north, 5% chance everywhere else. Hail chance, same thing, except for the northern parts. So 5% and 15% chance of hail. Now let's look at day three, shall we? Yes, I know. I'm not going to make a comment about shape, but we do have a marginal risk going from, I believe, give me a second, all the way from Colorado, Oklahoma. I think no, not Oklahoma. Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming, South Dakota, all the way up to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and then also a bit of portions of Michigan. Those are the marginal risk of that day on day three, which is so today's Monday, Tuesday, plus tomorrow. That is day two, and then Wednesday is when this will happen. We don't know the conditions yet. It might change tomorrow. Who knows? It might change whenever. Weather changes all the time. Now, on to a trop hazard outlook due to it being hurricane season. So, as we can see right here, we have a few things going on. Over on the Pacific side, we do have blotches of red, which means a chance of tropical development happening over in that area. As well on the Atlantic, we have a lot of below average precipitation chance. That means the dust right now, since right now we're not at the peak of hurricane season, we're going to see more of this as it is a El Nino year. So with that, it causes a lot of jet stream issues that comes down a lot further south than staying up north, which will redirect or it can break apart any sort of tropical system. But it can bring in a lot of moisture and also a lot of severe weather risk in the southern regions. Now, on to the tropical tidbit, of course, where we're going to see a lot of models happen. So don't be a panic. It is on the GFS. It is a lot, it's going to look different. It's going to try to develop some sort of false hurricane in a sense. But remember the rule. If it's anything 7 days out, cross it out. Always remember that. 7 days out, cross it out. That means it doesn't mean it doesn't exist yet. It's hypothetical. It's basically like fan fiction in a way. Or you can also think of it as this way. Don't count your chickens. It's not going to happen. Remember that. But onto the summer. So right now we are in a El Nino year. That means severe weather is going to be a lot more intense down in the south due to the lower jet streams. Because of that, it is going to cause a lot more directional wind shear. A lot more wind shear would help with rotation. With those rotations, it can cause a lot more tornadoes. But don't panic. It's a lot harder for it to happen than you think. Because tornadoes still require a lot of moisture. A lot of it requires a lot of ingredients. Um, but it does affect winter a lot for the South. Like in 2025, as soon as we got out that El Nino year, we had snow during January 21st in Florida. But does it mean we're gonna get snow again this next year? I don't know. I'm I may be a weather enthusiast, but don't look at me. But I do know that with hurricane season right now being as it's a below average, don't take it for granted. Be ready to listen to your National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center, news stations, other weather enthusiasts, meteorologists, um, as well as for tornado warnings and tornado watches. Please make sure you understand a difference. Tornado watches, if you think about tacos or cakes or anything, just remember tornado watch, that means the ingredients are there. It has not been made yet. It has not been touched. But with tornado warnings, though, you're going to see a lot more of the ingredients being made, where you start seeing circulation, rotation, due to the wind directional shear and wind shear and all that. And you can't rely on the funnel because a tornado is basically a type of whirlwind. It comes from the sky and comes to the ground, yes, but on the ground, it is a lot more dangerous than a funnel if you look at it. But other than that, after having that dark little discussion, I hope you all have a wonderful summer. Had a wonderful 4th of July. And I'm sorry I had to be on a hiatus for a bit. I've been busy. Um, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day and see you in the next one.